Millions of kids across the world have lifelong dreams of becoming professional footballers. Many of these kids fail along the way to sign that contract for many different reasons. One big factor holding young players back in the modern day sport from signing that professional contract is their physique and their muscular capabilities. If you are in need to grow muscle quickly, use these following exercises for rapid growth. Especially in times like these and lockdown where nobody has access to gyms, bodyweight exercises are the most reliable and our go-to form of exercise. So I'm here to show you some of the best bodyweight exercises that professional athletes use. Squats are one of the most basic and go-to exercises for anyone involved in fitness. It's such a simple exercise to complete and is one of the best to build an athletic foundation from. The squat is a compound exercise, which basically means it works multiple muscle groups all in one movement. What more could you ask for? The squat trains the quads, glutes and calves, and it also involves the hamstrings. Just stand with your feet shoulder width apart and act as if you're sitting into a seat. Glutes back, straight back, and remember to never let your knees push further forward than your toes. Unlike most other exercises, you can literally do these anywhere and it requires little to no space. You might be thinking, hang on, this exercise is actually too basic for me. Well, actually that could be a good thing because this simple exercise can be varied so much. Simply just by changing your stance. You can have a narrow stance, it will engage more of your core. You could try one-legged pistol squats. There are so many different variations you can do while still keeping it body weight and not using any additional dumbbells or barbells. The walking lunge is a bit like the squat as it's also a compound movement. The lunge works the quads, glutes, hips, engages your core, and it also helps to improve your balance and flexibility. This one requires a little bit more space as you are walking in this motion. However, you could always just do a normal forward lunge and pop back up in the same spot. All you do is put one foot in front of the other and take one large stride. Now with both knees you'll bend and start to lower to the ground, and while you do this make sure your back is up and you keep a tall positive posture. To get back up you're going to push and drive with everything you've got using the heel of your front foot. Again, when doing this exercise make sure your knees don't go further forward than your toes as this puts extra pressure on them and cause an injury. Now you've done one lunge, you're just going to step out again, this time with the other foot, and repeat that movement again. Just like the squat, you can try different variations for this to engage the muscles much differently. For example, a forward lunge focuses on the quads, while if you did a reverse lunge, which is stepping backwards, it will focus more on your hamstrings. The single leg Russian deadlift is a great exercise to target one leg at a time. This is a must-do exercise for athletes because it helps to develop and even out the strength in your legs, as well as developing single leg strength, which is needed to be explosive when running, jumping and changing directions. The exercise focuses on the hamstrings and glutes, which are the primary drivers for building this explosive athletic performance, and it also helps to improve your balance and flexibility as your core is strongly engaged while balancing on one foot and you're bending towards the floor. Just start by standing shoulder width apart and have a very slight bend in the knee. Lift one leg into the air and contract your muscles about 20% to activate your glutes. Lean forward and down towards the floor while keeping a straight back until you're as far down as you can go. Pause briefly before returning back to the top and then repeat the movement again. The plank is one of the best exercises for you. At some point on social media, you've probably seen some sort of fitness guru promoting this simple exercise because of the amount of benefits it gives you. And although you can't just do it once and have a six-pack, just doing this exercise for 1 minute per day will give you good results. The exercise works predominantly on your abdominal muscles and also strengthens your spine, rhomboids and trapezius. It is a great way to improve the posture, and the stronger these muscles get, which also helps the bones to be aligned. There are honestly so many benefits for doing this exercise, which is why it's the go-to core exercise for most people, even away from just trying to get a ripped six-pack. When doing this exercise, make sure your elbow and shoulder align in a straight line, your butt is down and back is straight. The further away your feet are from each other generally means the easier the load will be put onto the abdominals. Bicycle crunches are another excellent form of exercise to target the abdominals, hips, obliques, and as well as this you'll be toning your thighs, as the cycle motion in your legs works your quads and hamstrings too. This is a great exercise to attack your muscles in a different way because you're moving in a strange motion. It's extra hard to always hit the transverse abdominals, however this is also a great exercise to get them going. To do this exercise, lay flat on your back on the floor, but have your knees bent and up. Place your hands behind your head while also making sure your feet remain on the ground. Now move your knees to about a 90-degree angle by bringing your feet off the floor, and bring one knee much closer to the armpit while meeting it diagonally with the opposite elbow. Touch them together, and while you do this your other leg should extend forwards and become straight. Then swap the two sides and keep repeating the motion. Push-ups are a compound exercise that targets the pectoral muscles, triceps and shoulders. They engage the core too, and if done with correct form they will also benefit your lower back. A push-up requires very little space to do and is simply just one of the best exercises to build your upper body strength. Doing these consistently overnight can get you to rapid changes in your body and overall strength. For me personally, I did 1 minute every night before bed of push-ups, pushing myself to the limit each night, and I managed to go from 44 push-ups to 57 in just 5 days. Crazy, right? If you struggle to do a few normal push-ups, you can always do kneeling push-ups, where your lower body is supported and a lot of the load from your body is held off from the upper body, which will make it a lot easier. On the other hand, if it's too easy, try doing some decline push-ups to target the upper pectorals, or perhaps do some diamond push-ups. The correct form for this exercise is having your hands slightly wider than your shoulders, lower your body until your chest is almost touching the floor, keep your head down unlike mine in the most of this video, and then push yourself back up and repeat that all again. Supermans are that exercise that seems to fly a little under the radar. It doesn't often get mentioned when talking about gym routines and making these hectic gym plans, however it's such a great little exercise. It requires barely any space and is honestly so easy to do. The exercise focuses on hitting your lower and upper back, glutes, hamstrings, as well as strengthening the core and obliques. It also works a little on flexibility as you're bending your back and forth to reach a further range of motion. Simply just lie flat on the floor and have your arms to the side and bent at 90 degrees like you're skydiving. Then lift your arms and legs simultaneously towards the sky to make a U shape with your body. You can either drop back to the floor from here after getting a good little squeeze in, or hold it for a few seconds like shown in the video. The shoulder push-up is honestly one of the weirder exercises I've come across in my time in the fitness world. However, it works amazingly and it's actually pretty challenging. So it's just like a normal push-up, but you're working on getting your body downwards and in a more forward direction too. This is what puts the load onto your shoulders to deal with. I'm pretty sure this is also known as the rocking horse push-up, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Like shown in the video, you can either do it with your feet raised to allow you to drop further into the movement, however doing it flat on the floor also works just fine. The movement targets your shoulders mainly, however also hits your upper pecs, triceps and abdominals. Simply just get in a downward dog type position. Remember, just like a normal push-up, to have your elbow and shoulder line up, and then drop down with your body like a normal push-up, push yourself back up, and that's 1 rep done. So the pull-up is one of the all-time best bodyweight exercises to perform. I stuck at the end of the video though because I kind of feel like it's a bit of a cheat to put in. Obviously in lockdown, how many people actually have access to a pull-up bar? I mean, if you do, great, listen on. If you don't, maybe go rewatch that Superman part again. So the pull-up is great because it's one of the most diverse compound movements out there. It works your biceps, triceps, forearms, wrists, lats, shoulders and your core. It also helps to build the strength you have in your wrists too. So if you're wanting to do as much as you can in the quickest time possible, you best get started now. However, this exercise comes with a big con as it can be extremely hard to do. Most people struggle to do just a few pull-ups since you're literally lifting your whole body weight. I mean, which doesn't seem like quite the challenge until you're actually up on the bar. To do this exercise, you'll grip the bar with an overhand grip, slightly wider than your shoulders. You'll first want to let yourself hang from the bar straight down and fully extend your arms. Now, you'll pull yourself up until your chin is over the top of the bar before you slowly start to decline right back to the bottom. Yeah, good luck getting more than 5 on that one. If you've watched this far, I can only thank you for engaging with the video so much. I really hope you've learned something and can add something or do more of these exercises inside your own gym routines. I wish you the best of luck along your fitness journey, whatever the goal in mind is. But if you have enjoyed or learned something new from this video, a thumbs up would be amazing, and why not drop a subscribe for future content just like this one. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
$100,000 for the cheapest ring on them, you can bring a little bitch. I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata bitch. Dropped $3 on a ring, called it the truck, little bitch. I was in the trap, serving cocaine, ain't been the same fence. Granted, she was standing right there while I keep the plate on the brick. I made them little niggas go hate while I tell a man in this bitch.